What's up, everybody? That was not English.
Excuse me.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If it sounds like I'm whispering, it's because I am. It's like 10:30. And if it sounds like I'm stuffy, I am. I probably have a sinus infection, but it's okay. It's fine. So I got home from work a couple hours ago and I was doing homework, you know, checking some stuff off of my to-do lists that I'm still like getting used to having. And I was just sitting there making the realization that one, I didn't want to do homework, so I'd rather film a video. And two, listening to podcasts is like super duper motivating. Why not film a video and tell the nice people the podcasts I've been listening to, so you guys can get some motivation and also some laughs too, because I listened to a couple good ones. Right now I'm only listening to like 5, just because when I have too much going on at once, my brain really do be overloaded. She really do be. do be. Before I show you guys the podcasts I've been listening to, subscribe to my channel if you want to. We can talk about the podcasts together. All of these podcasts you can find on Spotify. So the first podcast is called Girls Gotta Eat. Listen, it is these 2 gorgeous women, Ashley and Raina. They're just great. When I first got into listening to podcasts, theirs is one of the first podcasts that I had found. So I have been listening to them for over a year now. I think it's been a while. It's been a long time. I think it's been a year. I'm not sure. So the podcast is basically just them talking about their lives, like their experiences. A lot of it is about guys that they've like hooked up with, that they like or just like stories in general. You know, they also talk about, you know, what's going on in the world today and their opinions, of course. I can't even how do you talk about a podcast? How do you talk about somebody talking? Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. They have guests on all the time. They've had multiple episodes where they bring on comedians, and I think it's just the funniest thing. And, you know, they answer questions that people send in, and it's just a really good community that they created, and I'm so happy that they started it. The next podcast I've been listening to is We Bought a House by Claudia Salewski and Phineas. Oh my gosh. All I have to say here is couple freaking goals. Their podcast is literally just them talking about their lives and like giving stories. And it is just so intriguing and interesting, especially just to dive in a little bit more to their lives, since I watch Claudia's YouTube channel too. It's kind of fun to kind of see a different side of Claudia and Phineas together, if that makes sense. I don't know, it's kind of cool. The next podcast is Manifest by Tori DeSimone. I just love keeping up with people's lives when they are good at keeping their lives together, like super fit. Like I enjoy, like, what am I trying to say? I guess like fitness influencers. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. It almost like motivates me to hear Tori talk about Stride, like the business side of Stride, like her daily routines, just what she goes through as somebody who works as hard as she does. It's just super motivating for me to go to work, get that bag, like share my Poshmark closet and get that bag. Post a freaking video and get that bag. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That is really why I like listening to her podcast. So the next one is called The Motivated Mind. This is like a really good beginner podcast for somebody who wants to get into listening to podcasts, wants some motivation for their everyday life. These are like short little 20 to 40 minute episodes that I will listen to when I get up in the morning to kind of keep me awake and like focused on whatever the heck I'm doing. Like it just gets me pumped to like do whatever the heck I'm gonna do that day. Like today's episode that I listened to this morning was all about like productivity, which I really need to work on. And, you know, I got a lot of great advice from this Scott dude. I think that's his name. I think his name is Scott. He doesn't really say his name very often, but I think his name is Scott. And if it's not, I'm sorry. But really, really great inspiration just for everyday life and what you're going through. Like if you get stuck and you feel like you're just not going anywhere, he's got an episode for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, got an episode for everything. So 10 out of 10, recommend that one. Another podcast that I listen to, same kind of concept as The Motivated Mind, like a little short episode where you can listen to it wherever. It's Optimal Health Daily. It's basically what it is. It is how to live a better, healthier, happier life. So every episode is either about like mental health, it's about being healthy, like consumption wise, like what you're eating, exercising, productivity. There's so many. There's literally almost 1,300 episodes. In each episode, they pick an article, they kind of go through the article, break it down, and just kind of show you how you can apply it to your life. And that's what's cool about it. And obviously, for the next podcast, you're not going to be surprised. The one, the only, Alex Cooper. Of course, I listen to Call Her Daddy. Alex is fucking hilarious. Her stories just, I'm like almost sitting here, I'm like, I'm happy I'm not her. She has so many supporters and she just has a really good community around her, which is awesome. Plus she had Miley Cyrus on for an episode. And I love her. And that's all that matters. And the last podcast that I have been listening to more recently, it's been in the past couple weeks, I have been listening to Breaking Up with Michaela Samountry. We actually follow each other on Instagram. That's kind of where I found out about her podcast. She also talks about her relationships and stories from her past, which is obviously always interesting to hear about. But lately she's been talking about a lot of OnlyFans, and I love the fact that she's been talking about like the business side to social media and just a couple other things like money related. It's been really cool. So I definitely think you guys should go check out her podcast. I'm only talking fast because my camera's about to die and I'm about to run out of footage. 20 out of freaking 10 recommend that you guys listen to every single one of these podcasts, or at least like try a couple episodes. Just motivate yourself, you know? Have a laugh. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Give me a comment. Tell me if you listen to any of these podcasts as well, or recommend me some because I'm always looking for new podcasts. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my TikTok. They're basically the same other than the underscore where it is. It's a little bit different. And shop my Poshmark closet. That'll also be linked in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out. Deuces.